Hello friends, happy day 5 of Compassion Camp. I'm feeling overwhelmed with joy that we've spent this wonderful time together, just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with a good feeling, but sometimes I feel overwhelmed with less comfortable feelings. When have you felt overwhelmed? When a job feels too big, I can feel overwhelmed. When I've made too many mistakes in a row, I can feel overwhelmed. During e-learning, I felt very overwhelmed. Did you? When I feel that way, I want to start over. I want a fresh start. I want the chance to try again and make everything right. Have you ever had the opportunity to start over on a project that was overwhelming? Have you ever wanted to take a break and rest before trying again? When have you wanted a fresh start? Fresh starts feel good. When we have a fresh start, we feel hopeful about the next step. Imagine how great it feels when you clean your room. You can see all your things where they belong, and you can play on an empty floor. An empty floor can feel peaceful. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed when something is not fair or just. Injustice can be overwhelming. Imagine a rule in your classroom that favored some of your friends but didn't help you succeed. How would you feel if your teacher changed the rules so you could all succeed in your own ways? Would you feel relieved? I would. When people do not have what they need or are treated badly, I feel frustration and sadness. In those times, I pray for justice. I pray for things to be made right. I have a song to teach you today called Compassion Prayer. I like this song because it helps us pray for others and ourselves. We all need compassion.
Let's sing this compassion prayer together. May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts when we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love. May we be shown compassion. May we be found in the center of peace when we have needs that others can meet. May we find God's love. May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts when we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love. May we be shown compassion. May we be found in the center of peace when we have needs that others can meet. May we find God's love.
The people of Israel journeyed through the vast wilderness for many years. Finally, they arrived at Mount Sinai where they rested. God gave instructions to their leader, Moses, for their life together in this new land. These were the things God said. In this land, we will practice Sabbath together. This will happen not only on the seventh day, but on the seventh year. For 6 years, we will do our regular work and plant seeds. We'll grow, prune, and harvest fruits. But in the seventh year, we'll let the land rest. Even the land needs peace and quiet. Everyone will be able to harvest and eat whatever the land gives us in that seventh year. In the 50th year, we will celebrate Jubilee together. This will be like the Sabbath every 7 years, where we'll let the land rest. It will be a fresh start for the whole community, the land, and the people, and everyone will go on to their own homes and be together in joy. It is a holy time, and we will be fed and nourished by whatever the land gives us. In this time, we will respond with justice by giving fresh starts. This means that we will be fair and honest to one another. We will take care of those who are sick, alone, old, or need help. We will welcome people who are from different countries, and they will be like family. We will work for people's freedom. We will all work together to help everyone rest and rejoice in God's abundance. I will bless the land during this year, so you do not have to work the land. I promise we will all be fed and nourished by the land's gifts. What do you imagine when you hear the word justice? Do you imagine courthouses or police officers? Do you imagine what happens when someone hurts you and they are punished for it? Do you imagine it's like equal treatment? Everyone gets the same amount of food or treats? Often, God's ideas are very different from ours. God's idea of justice looks more like all the ways we've talked about compassion: seeing and welcoming, being brave and honest, loving ourselves, being present with each other. It means we get to see God's abundance. What does abundance mean? It means there's enough for everyone. We can welcome all to the table. We can be brave and trust each other. We can be honest with our hearts, and we can give and receive care. And we can do the work with God to care for all of creation.
May